So if you're watching this video, you're very lucky because this video is not just all about me, it's about you as well. And along the line in the video, I'm going to be talking about why this video is very important to you. And you might be wondering, why did this guy title it Starting Over at 29? Let me talk about the past 6 years of my life to give proper context. And please, I want you to listen to the end, watch it. It's going to really, really influence your decision and my own decision to grow career-wise, to hit a particular financial threshold. So 6 years ago, I found out entrepreneurship. I caught on to an idea to start an edtech company when edtech was not really a rave in my country here, Nigeria. And that was just like the beginning into something that I think that I have no regrets about, but gave me a lot of experiences personally. I started the first company called Think and Act. I spent a couple of years trying to run it with no prior entrepreneurial knowledge, and then it failed, ran into debt, started another company, and I continued in that journey. For the past 6 years, I've been trying to build things, right? I've been trying to build things. I've had my fair share of success. I've made some couple of successes trying to build agencies. And I think most importantly, I have a lot of failures. And now these failures are the things that I want to share. But why am I sharing it? It's because I have a 100K goal in the next 12 months, starting from today, which you can check YouTube, the first day that you're seeing this video. There are a couple of things that I'll be doing where I'll be documenting my journey, sharing the processes that is also going to help you personally. Now, you might be the first person to hear this and you might have not heard it elsewhere. I have a belief. Anybody that has a skill that has spent 2 years in their skill can earn a decent income of $100,000 yearly. Now, how that person can earn $100,000 yearly is what I'm going to be sharing in the next 12 months, implementing it myself based on the mistakes that I've made in the past 6 years trying to build. So I wrote down a couple of things and I'm going to be checking them out to ensure that I follow the script. And like I mentioned, you're going to catch some lessons from it. So I have a few things that I failed from. One, I didn't set out with a roadmap. The past 6 years, I've been able to play in different roles: marketing, sales, content, growth. And I realized that if I had set out with a roadmap, it would have been easier for me to know when to withdraw or how to actually strategize. I just had one goal when I was very young. I mean, at 23, the goal was I wanted to become a billionaire at 28. So I thought that entrepreneurship was really going to be that. Entrepreneurship was going to be that window or that channel, and I had no prior knowledge, no prior experience. Nobody taught me anything. I was just watching YouTube videos, watching so many people, and then I believed that I was going to achieve it. No roadmap, nothing. I did not even check out the roadmaps of people to really know if whatever idea I was building was going to be scalable in my country, in my state. And I think this is also a big mistake so many people make. So many people actually start out their careers, their skill sets, everything with no roadmap. And the roadmap just means that you should be able to have a pictorial understanding of where you want to get to before you start. Now, it might sound really ambiguous that how do I know exactly where I want to get to? That's where research comes in. I'm going to be talking about how to do it. Mind you, like I said, what this video is going to do for you is going to give you a belief system, a belief that in 12 months you can hit $100,000 yearly as a revenue. And I'm going to be sharing the roadmap, like I mentioned. I figured them out. So one, start with a roadmap, which is I didn't start with a roadmap. Two, I had no mentors. I think at some point some people kind of gave me some pieces of advice that I did not listen to. One of the advice that I think I should have listened to was, if you're starting from scratch from a country like Nigeria, you need to prioritize your income so that you'll be able to build. especially if you're not coming from a rich family. I didn't come from a wealthy family. I had very crazy ideas. I was able to build a couple of products. My first product, an edtech product, scaled to 16 or 17 campuses in Nigeria, all organic. We didn't spend any money on ads. I had the strategy, the knowledge, but there was no money to push so many things. I was broke. I was a young guy just leaving university, and how do I expect to fund the people that are going to work for me? So I had no mentor that kind of like guided me on the right things that I was supposed to do part-time. So I was just like this guy trying to figure things out. And time does not wait for you when you're trying to figure things out. So no mentor means I would definitely be making a lot of mistakes, which I made. Now, looking back, I think I have made so many mistakes in 6 years that are enough lesson for me to be able to get the results in the next 12 months and then continue in that direction. And these are the things I will be sharing. So I had no mentor. I lacked consistency. And fine, it might sound like an excuse that, I lacked consistency and it was because of the fact that I had no support system. Truly, I had no support system. I was funding myself. My first startup, we scaled it to an extent and then I ran into debt. I had to now try to get a job that I had to start paying off my debt. And then after that again, after I was able to settle that, I went back into starting another agency, which I was making decent amount of money. But to scale it, no consistency, because when you're coming from a country like Nigeria, you need to factor in some things. One, especially if you're building, money needs to be coming in every month. You don't have very good infrastructures in the country. The internet is bad. You need to spend high amount of money on data infrastructure. You need to spend very high amount of money on data infrastructure. You need to spend high amount of money on lights and a lot of things like that. So the money you're generating at the start, it's going to be going out. And that's going to affect your consistency with work, because on some days you'll be so depressed, you feel like the world is against you. I felt like that. I'm sure many of you currently feel like that if you're watching this. So I like consistency. Another thing that I think was a big mistake I made was that I loved high risk, high reward, and I did not have any leverage. I still love high risk, high reward. I built a couple of things. I always like things that push me to the edge, but I did not create leverage for myself. Now I have leverage. Leverage is money. I earn decent amount of income that can help me to build whatever I want to build, focusing, paying people for the things that I want. I had no leverage. I didn't have a rich family that I could call an uncle that would send me money to run things. I didn't have a rich auntie. I didn't have rich friends that could support me. I was just all by myself. But I was pushing myself to very high risk, high reward things. And when you push yourself into that particular position, when things fail, you are going to hit rock bottom. And that was what happened many times. I was always hitting rock bottom and I was starting all over. It didn't make sense. And I think that I'm going to be talking about how to get leverage. All of this is I'm going to be sharing them. And then the last thing I think I made, I let my ego get in the way. I felt like, I was so smart. So if I feel like I'm so smart, then I can always build things. I can always start things. And truly, I always started things and I scaled them really fast. I could get into a new career and I scale it really fast. I've done this a lot of times. I've moved from content to copywriting to growth to email marketing now I'm in sales, and I've been able to learn that within months, like to learn a skill set within months and then start earning decent amount of income. I figured out the arc. I'm going to be sharing all of these things over time on my YouTube channel. So please, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I want you to subscribe to this channel, turn on post notification. I'll be making at least one video every week now that I have started. So those are the things that I made as a mistake. The next thing I want to talk about is 100K possible in 12 months? I'm sure most people don't mention this, and I might sound crazy, but please, I want you to follow this channel. I'll be very accountable to it, and I'm making a promise to this. 100K a year, $100,000 is very possible. What helps people achieve $100,000 a year are number one, their skill sets, which I think 2 years is a decent time. So if you have at least 2 years of experience in a particular skill or career, you can earn 100K a year. Why? It's not just about the job salary. There are other things that can help you increase your revenue stream, which I'm going to be mentioning over time. I'm going to be sharing how it works. You're going to be practicing it. You're going to be building yourself along the line. So 100K is possible. Anyone can make 100K in 12 months if they have at least 2 years experience. I believe this 100%. I'm going to prove it. We live in the best times in the world. I agree with that, where we can leverage on the internet to do whatever it is. You can actually be getting maybe 30K a year, $40,000 a year as a salary, and then you also build a personal brand where you're now monetizing, you're offering mentorship, you're selling digital products, you're building communities, systems. The systems is what many of us are not aware of, and that's why we don't make money. Like, we are just stuck in whatever it is. So 100K is very possible. You just need to just let go of imposter syndrome. I have had imposter syndrome for I can't even remember how long, and that's because I had so many failures. And I would say my failure was not just based on skills, because I had pretty decent skills in some of the things I was building. It's just that, like I mentioned, I had no leverage. I was being foolish. I lacked consistency. I didn't really follow things through. And well, I mean, here we are now. This is an 100K 12 months goal. So how can you make 100K in 12 months? You would see that this is the thumbnail of the video that you followed. Like I mentioned, I believe anyone can make 100K in 12 months. So first thing is you need to set up a roadmap like I did. And the reason why my channel is going to be different from other channels is I'll be sharing SOPs, frameworks, templates, everything that I'm going to be implementing. I'll be sharing them with you. Everything. So check the links in the bio. In every of my video you watch, I will even make reference to them, so they are going to be really valuable. So, but ensure you first set up a roadmap. You need a roadmap. You need to like set up like, okay, I want to make 100K in this particular career. I want to make 100K building up a business like this. You need that one. 2, believe it is possible. Now, this is not some psych shit, or this is not some what do they call this thing? Inspirational stuff. I don't do inspirational stuff. Matter of fact, I really don't believe in a lot of inspiration. I believe in practicality. So, but I want you to believe that 100K is possible in 12 months. Write this day down, write it down, write it out that this is what you want to achieve in 12 months. Then leverage 3 different angles, which are the best angles to start with if you want to earn 100K a year. I would try to make this video short. 1, you need to offer service. 2, sell your knowledge. 3, build a brand. Now, I'm not going to explain explicitly on this because this is like the first YouTube video. Is an introductory video, but there are 3 different ways that are easily accessible to anybody, which is offering a service, and that could be like your job. But that's not enough, except your company pays you higher amount of money. But with a 2 years experience, the chances of any 100K from 2 years experience is not so high. So 100K a year, you need to offer service, maybe by a job or running an agency. 2 is selling your knowledge. Many people run away from it, but I'm going to be sharing the frameworks, everything that any of you can do to sell your knowledge to people and also add it as a revenue stream. 3 is building a brand. One of the things that I'm doing currently is building a brand. I have an end goal to this brand. Apart from the salary I'm being paid at my job, I want to also use these brands to bring in more people because I want to monetize products in the long run. So in this thing I'm doing, I'm building a brand. If you're watching this, like I said, like this video, drop a comment. It's also for an end goal. It's another revenue stream. And with time, you're also going to learn how to catch on. Then number 3 is set up the framework for offering services, set up the framework for selling your knowledge, set up the framework for building a brand. I have many of these frameworks I've used in the past. I'm going to be sharing them in every of the video I'm going to be making. Then lastly, consistency. Consistency is like the butter or the jam on the bread. If you're not consistently like doing everything you set out to do, you're going to fail along the line. It's not going to work out. I've been so inconsistent all my life in everything I've built. I've built things from zero to a few $1,000s in a month, and then I just abandon it, going to something else. I've done this so many times, but this time around, consistency is also going to really help me. So this is more like holding myself accountable, sharing, documenting my journey, things I'm doing behind the scenes to hold myself accountable. On the front end too is also another channel for me to get results and like add to my revenue stream. So you're going to be on this journey with me. So if you want to join this journey, you want to be on this journey like myself, this is an intro video. My name is Joel Ajayi. I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to turn on post notifications so that you receive notifications of videos anytime I drop videos. Share this with a friend who you want on this journey. I might want to call this an 100K club, maybe or maybe not. I might have a name for it very soon, but this is just the beginning of 100K for so many young people. I will definitely figure out how to create better videos along the line, but this is me just starting. And now that you've known my name, you can follow me across other channels, but that's not so important yet. But please subscribe, turn on post notification, and have it at the back of your mind. Write today's date, 12 months from now. Tell yourself you want to make 100K. Don't ask yourself how, because I'm going to be supplying the how. So till then, ciao, bye, and just keep believing. Bye-bye.